Based on the thumbnail and the beauty shots at the end, you might think this project was a roaring success. And in a way it was. All I wanted were a few glass vessels made from old bottles, something to hold wedges, shims and other wood offcuts that seemed to multiply my workshop like gremlins after midnight. They were destined for my new pallet slat wall, a wall of memories and regrets. Heavy on the regrets. But let's not lie to ourselves. This video, I'm officially promoting it as the worst fail of all time. Bottle cutting edition. I'm not a pro. I'm just your average weekend warrior woodworker. The kind of bloke who's more comfortable with sandpaper than success. Failure? It's part of the fun. Actually solving the failure is half the reason I keep doing this. Take my pallet slat headboard, for example. I was this close to gluing it up when my family kindly told me, it's shite. So I scrapped it and started again. Turned out right, actually. There are 2 videos on this channel, one with a voiceover and one with just music. Check them out. Or don't. I won't cry much. Now, for the carnage report. Corona bottles, 70% fail rate. Southern Comfort bottles, 80% fail rate. Jack Daniels, 100% fail. All 6 bottles gone. Straight into the recycling bin for the Thursday curbside shame collection. Which is a shame, because I actually like Corona and Southern Comfort. Not together, mind you. But JD, that bottle could sit untouched for 2 years before I even sniffed the bottom. Now, like every good DIY disaster, it all started with a quick YouTube binge. They make it look so easy, don't they? Tie a string around the bottle, soak it in acetone, set it on fire. Or score it with a cutter and dunk in hot cold water. Buy a fancy jig or make one yourself. Now, when it came to the angle grinder option, or the Dremel, I made an executive decision. I quite like my eyes and my fingers, so we won't be going down that path. I picked the score with a cutter method. Simple, safe, seemingly idiot-proof. But guess what? I'm the idiot it wasn't proof for. Watch this video. You can actually hear the confidence in my voice.
Let's get going.
That is the sound of a man who's just watched 2 influencers cut bottles like they're slicing cheese. He believes. Oh, how he believes. Step 1. Buy a cheap Draper glass cutter. This is the blue one. Screw it to a pallet block at just the right height. Mark the score line carefully. Bottle flat, nice rotation, good pressure, and then comes the magic. Boiling water over the line. And then into the coldest water I've ever made. Fridge chilled, packed with all the ice in the house. Result? Fail, fail, fail again. Next step, upgrade the gear. I buy 2 slightly more expensive cutters. The first one barely scores the glass. The second one goes on to a more sophisticated jig that I've built using bits of wood, frustration, and a lot of swearing. Result? Still fail, then fail some more. But finally some success. And watch the joy and listen. The disbelief, the sheer I'm gonna call my mum moment.
Woohoo, baby! Woohoo! Oh my lord. That, baby, is a thing of beauty.
Is it perfect? No. Am I drinking from it? Also no.
We've done it. We've only gone and done it, Bells.
Will it hold some wedges? Yeah, and that's all I asked for. Up on the pallet shelf, ready for collection.
Woohoo! Yay, baby! Alrighty, that's one done. Let's do another one.
So that's the story. This project may look tidy in the end, but trust me, behind every rustic glass jar is a bin full of failure, a freezer with no ice cubes, and a man wondering if he should just buy a candle holder from Sainsbury's. If you've actually managed to cut bottles consistently, leave your tips in the comments or your therapist's number. And if you've enjoyed watching me suffer in slow motion, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, or don't. This isn't a cult. Cheers and lovely. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click on like. If you didn't, or you think you can tell me how to improve, please comment below. Now I've lined up another video that I think you might like, but if you want to see more of my videos, why not subscribe? And if you change the bell notification, you'll be amongst the first to see my new stuff as it comes along. If not, hope you enjoyed. See you again. Lovely. Bye.